I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but according to every dating study that's ever run, you're not nearly as attractive as you think you are. You could be, but you're not there. Not yet anyways. Then, got a decade of data showing that men that we put a lot more importance on looks than women do, but outside of working out, we do very little to improve our appearance. I took a non-scientific poll in my Facebook group that you guys need to join. The link is in the comment section underneath. But in this poll, 75% of men said that they were attractive to the opposite sex. But then you look at the data, and unfortunately, we overestimate just how attractive we think we are. We may think we're 7s, but a female will see us and say, oh hell no, dude's more like a 4. So as a nearly single man, we hold women to a higher standard while holding ourselves to the bare minimum, only to get shocked when the results don't match up. Men say that looks matter, but we don't put nearly the same effort that women do. And according to sociologists, it comes down to culture and personal excuses. We were never really trained to see our appearance as something to develop, and any attempt otherwise would just be seen as superficial, elitist, and vain. As we swipe right at a girl half our age with a killer body that our kids would call a baddie. I think it's a defensive mechanism. I think it's fear of being called an outlier, fear of the unknown, and dare I say, fear of being called femme. Men don't see looks as something that can be developed. So today we're gonna work on improving your looks. That way you can feel good, look good, get the baddies, but most importantly, prove to yourself that you got presence. Or as my teenager would say, yo, today's lesson is high key about getting your looks max on. No cap, because low key your wrist depends on it. Your aura depends on it. You wanna mock the room? You wanna drip to match the confidence? Then stop walking around like a boomer wearing cargo shorts and dad sneakers. That's NPC energy. What you need is main character energy. Call it glow up, call it flex, call it Sigma grind set for your face, whatever. Because at the end of the day, it's about showing the world and yourself that you got some slaying to do. So let's start revving that engine. Gentlemen, my name is Rene Garcia, and I'm a divorce coach for men. In a nutshell, I help you get your balls back. As I continue this, please forgive my appearance and my voice, because as you could tell, I'm pretty sick. And it's unfortunate that it happens to be during the time of recording of this particular episode when it's about looksmaxing. But I do hope that you get a lot from this and that I don't lose credibility. So let's continue the show. The gym is great, but it's a long, arduous process to get there. So begin with quick wins, and the quickest way is through your grooming. Anywhere from your balls to your underarms to your face. Now the following are going to be discussed at an extremely superficial level. I get into much more detail when I do my consultations. Invest in a hair trimmer. This one's from Amazon and the link is in the description section. It's only $44 and yes, I use it a lot. Just yesterday as a matter of fact. It easily pays for yourself. But let's begin with your beard. If you and I were having an initial consultation, and I don't know if you're sporting a beard because you don't feel like shaving, or you're wearing it because of intentional purposes, or if you just can't make up your mind, then you're my target audience. A beard should frame your face and add strength to your jawline, not make you look like you've been stranded on an island talking to a bald named Wilson. And if your beard gives anyone a glimpse of what you had for dinner, think twice. A beard's supposed to be a weapon, not a napkin. Either grow it with a purpose and keep it aligned by using the natural landmarks of your face, or just shave it off. Groom it, line it up, and if it's patchy, keep it tight or just shave it off. A sharp beard can frame your jawline and make you just look more masculine instantly. Plus, surveys from places like Gillette found that the majority of men, that they report feeling cleaner, fresher, and just much more confident after shaving. Just gives them more of an instant reset effect. And rather than shaving lotion, use conditioner instead. Just gives your shaving experience a slip and glide feel, and it moisturizes your face. But should you sport a beard? Granted, that's a personal decision, but if you're doing it so that you don't have to shave regularly, I say don't do it, because maintaining a hygienic beard is much more work than not having one. If you're skinny, probably not, because it just makes you look malnourished. If you're old, unless you're willing to take care of the grays with your beard and brow colorizing pen, probably not. If you're overweight, sure, and if you're going for that rugged look, of course. What about your hair? Now, during COVID, there was no way to get a haircut, so I had to learn how to cut my own hair. Use that hair trimmer that I recommended earlier. Today, I only go to the salon twice a year. But do begin with a salon, that way you can find out which hair type and which hairstyle fits your face structure the best. If you're going gray, take out the gray by using Just for Men. Now, lots of guys, they worry about it going from gray to dark way too soon and way too fast, and you're worried about other people noticing, but believe me, in no time people will forget. I got a hair transplant surgery and I was very thin. I was concerned if people were going to notice, and look, you guys wouldn't even know it if I wasn't mentioning it. So the only one watching is you. As for hair coloring shampoo, I'm not big on them because they end up just staining the shower. Add products like pomade or clay. And if you're thinning or bald, either own it or get a hair replacement. There's a whole bunch of new techniques and places to get them, from hair stem to PRP to transplants all the way in Turkey. Take care of other facial hair like your eyebrows and your nose hair by getting eyebrow and nose hair trimmers like this one. Again, get it on Amazon for only $15. And yes, every item that I'm recommending, I own. But for some reason, the older you get, the longer that your hair grows. And then one day you'll have one of those hairs that you just can't figure out how it grew so fast and out of nowhere. It'll be so strange, you'll be proud of yourself when you see it. And don't forget to take care of additional fine facial hair by using tweezers. Use a vanity mirror, because if you were to look at yourself through a vanity mirror, you'd be incredibly surprised just how many imperfections your face has. The lighting and magnification that shows every detail, from blackheads to uneven beard lines to straight nose and ear hairs, stuff you'd miss in a normal bathroom mirror. Look at yourself and you see what I mean. Next is to learn the basics of style. Now, style's going to be king, and I've done a tremendous amount of videos on these, from body type to fit to summer wear, so I'm going to keep this one short. Invest in a suit, and they don't have to be expensive, but tailor it, and tailor it well, because the saying is that a well-tailored suit is to a female as lingerie is to a male. Next, there's style, and then there's fashion. Fashion is what you wear. Fashion is why people say that it's superficial. It's the trendy sneakers. It's the stuff that you see on runways that people look ridiculous in, and it comes and goes and creates divas that think that their shit doesn't stink. No. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. You dress like an animal. Style, on the other hand, is different. Style is how you wear something. It's your personal armor. It's the way you signal who you are without saying a word. But what you wear matters. How you wear your clothes, it matters even more. Fit, again, is the first rule. A cheap shirt that's well-tailored beats an expensive shirt any day of the week. Your pants should be hemmed so that they fall clean at your shoes, and your shirts, they should hug your shoulders and taper around the midsection the way I'm using mine right now. Use the forearms to your advantage. It's one of the sexiest parts of a male's body. Yeah, I know, go figure. But use it to your advantage by rolling up your sleeves, and not in the basic fold, but rather the master fold, the way I did at the very beginning of this video. And when wearing a collared shirt, wear a collar stay. It's like this one, and what it does is it keeps the collar's integrity very well. That took a lot longer than I thought. I promise you, it's a lot easier. It's like, no, it's fucking easy to put on. I don't know why I was doing this. Too sexy for this shit. So sexy for this shit. So sexy it hurts. I'm such a dork. Point is to dress the part. And if you're from the Midwest like Ohio, Iowa, or Michigan, listen. Seriously, listen. Saying that you're from the Midwest does not give you a free pass to dress down. Honor your region, man. It matters. You're just giving yourself an out. I've been to Spencer, Iowa for work, wore a suit, and you know what I got? Respect. No one talks shit. One girl even asked about me after I left to one of my employees, and she was fucking hot. But I was married. Point is, make the man, dress him. All of this is part of my coaching. How the fuck to dress with a purpose. It's easier than you think. And next, use accessories. They're a must. A watch, a belt, a necklace. Now, I do wear necklaces all the time, but this, obviously, for obvious reasons, I'm using a microphone. And yes, make sure that you wear bracelets and rings. You gotta. Now, I get asked a lot about fragrance. Find a signature scent and stick to it. No need to spray it on your shirt, but rather spray it in areas where there's a pulse, like the back of your ears, the sides of your neck, or even the wrist area. And you especially want to spray it all over your balls, all up in there. You want your balls drowning in l'eau de toilette, like it's the Titanic. I'm just kidding. Of course you don't want to do that. No girl wants to taste the Dior Sauvage when they're down there. Now, I've never tasted balls, but I have tasted fragrance, and it tastes like shit. Truth is, most women, they actually like a man's nuts to have a natural and clean scent. Maybe a little hint of musk, that masculine smell that comes from being groomed. Women are just wired to remember that smell. It's primal. Gentlemen, I hope that you can tell that I'm having fun with this video. I decided to make lemonade out of how the fuck I feel. Let me know if it hurt the message. I mean it. Let me know. This is from the heart. The way I see it, I feel like crap. My voice is gone. I have that not so fresh feeling. I feel like ass, as you can tell, but I had to get this message out because it matters. Try new shit. This is life. Have fun with it. Dance, laugh, do stupid shit like I was doing throughout this video. Fuck it. You're not accountable to her anymore. Build something beautiful. Tell someone that they look good for the sake of it. Be spontaneous. You'll fall in love with life and yourself again. Don't you think it's time you get a hard-on for life again? Don't be afraid to try something new because it's not the social norm or you're concerned about being seen as superficial or vain. Because if you think that the only reason to look better is for a girl to like you, well, that's living under someone else's rules. Looking better isn't about chasing approval. It's about ownership. It's for you. It's part of your development, part of your reinvention, part of the human experience of growth. Women noticing you is only part of the score. It's a byproduct of the mission, your mission. And man, this is only the beginning of your movement. Begin your journey. There's so much to make the man. You follow these steps and you already improved your looks by a factor of 2 points on the aesthetics. But don't fuck this up. You need more. Schedule a consult because this is what I do. This is my specialty and I'm pretty fucking good at it. Take time to schedule a consult. They're free and they're about you, your life moving forward. Own it. The link is in the comment section, but because 30% of you guys watch me from your TV, you can just go to mensdivorcecoaching.com. That's mensdivorcecoaching.com and schedule a consult and join our Facebook group. But don't pussy out by being an observer and watching this without consequences. Do something about it or it's a wash. And make sure you leave a comment for this video because me personally, I felt that while necessary, the video was too surface level. But I've been asked by many to create something basic on looksmaxing. Now, so let me know if my dorkiness just got in the way of the message. And know that under my consult, you and I will take a deep dive here and I'll hold your hand through this process. So schedule a consult by going to the link in the comment section or visiting mensdivorcecoaching.com. But I do want to know your thoughts. In addition, on occasions, I do webinars on style, so you can join us by becoming a member of the channel. Now, YouTube, I think that you're going to enjoy this video next. Me personally, I think you're going to enjoy this one here. That's why it's on top of my playlist. I look forward to meeting you.